What's up, everybody? We're rolling around on a Monday. Welcome to Kletus Roadside Service. We're rolling. We're doing more tanker loads. Tanker loads at the railroad. Nothing special going on here. Um, had a good weekend. I mean, it was a good family-oriented weekend. I didn't go. The only time I went in the garage was when I got home on Friday. Other than that, I didn't even try to go in the garage. Yeah, didn't go in the garage. I don't know what I was saying. I just got a phone call real quick. Guy was telling me my blinker ain't working, and it ain't working. I don't know what the hell is going on with it. There you go, buddy. Give you some extra room. So the bike tops out at 94 is about as high as I can fucking go. Um, Sorry, these people are fucking. This truck driver don't know how to drive his truck and trailer. He fucking about hit the pole. I had to move forward a little bit. Anyways, yeah, I was riding to work this morning, and I was just boogieing along, keeping it above 70. And then I look in my rearview mirror and I see another street bike. I was like, "Oh, I got me a buddy," and he zoomed up right next to me, and we fist bumped at the light. I was like, "That's fucking cool." And then we boogied. I mean, he was probably just barely on it. He's like, "Man, this guy's slow," but I was giving it all she's got. Whenever the road was open, I wasn't gonna be splitting lanes and bullshit like that. I ain't fucking ready for that shit yet. But I did open up. I felt like I opened up another door to comfortability on the bike today, because I mean, I did pass some cars going a lot faster than they were. They shouldn't have been in the fast lane, is what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm like, this is a way more comfortable way to ride rather than at the speed limit wondering who's coming up on you. This is way easier whenever you're going a lot faster than everybody else. I mean, maybe that's not a good thing to do, but I feel like as long as you're a comfortable rider, and you're not doing 150, you can't be doing that. But past, doing 80, 85, and continuously passing people keeps you more in the safe zone. But that does attract fucking street racers or people to be pissed off at you to try to fly up on you. You probably, I don't know, haven't had that happen yet, but I've seen a lot. I've been watching a lot of videos, and all the videos are just fucking people crashing. But I don't know. I think I'm doing all right. I think I'm being a pretty good rider. I don't know. I need to keep my head more on a swivel for the popo, but no, I made it to work. I actually made up time on my way to work. Usually it's in my truck, in my pickup truck. I got that fucking speedometer buried. The speedometer stops at 80. So, I'm not going super fast, but I got the speedometer buried in the fucking pickup truck just flying through, and that's like 4,000, 5,000 pounds of fucking steel flying through. That's 6 foot wide and long. I feel like a motorcycle, a lot more maneuverability in there. But yeah, I don't know. I had a really fun time this morning, and that's what I'm looking for. I want to ride with people, because and the other guy, I don't know if he was just kind of feeling me out or whatever, but he wouldn't ride right next to me, and that's what I was kind of. I got all the way over to the left side of the lane, and that's what I was looking for, was for him to come up and ride kind of next to me, so we're strength in numbers. But he was tagging behind me about a car length the whole time, and he's like, "I'm going as fast as you're going, bud." And then we both took the same exit. That was kind of cool. And then well, not exit, but we both left the highway we were on to get onto another highway. But then I took my exit and he kept on rolling. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, and that was just a quick little 10-minute ride with a guy, and I'm like, this is awesome. I need this. Uh, and I really want to go out and do some more technical riding, more smooth riding. I don't want to be in town stoplight to stoplight. I want to do some hilly cornering roads and stuff. That's what I want. I want to hit up so bad right now. But he pulled up. He's like, "Is that a Honda?" Because I ripped all the stickers off. I was like, "No, Suzuki." But that's all I was able to say to him before the light turned green, and we were back at the races. He's on some sort of street bike. I don't know. It didn't have any of the fairings on. Well, it's not like he had the fairings taken off. It was just a bike that was kind of like that. I don't know. Might have been. I don't know what the fuck it could have been. Maybe a German, maybe a Japanese. I don't know. But it was a street bike, way faster than mine. But I was giving her all she's got, ripping through town. I'd never run from the police. I'm not that type of guy. But if I get pulled over, I get pulled over, and that's what I deserve it. Okay. I'm on a fucking dirt bike. I'm not like this isn't. I mean, and I'm not. I would never run, but I feel like dirt bike. Yeah, all right. Get pulled over, down the hill into the woods. Fucking, where the fuck am I? I don't know. Just keep going. They ain't gonna follow me back here. Just keep moving. Just continue to gain distance. But no, they would be at my door. They'd be like, "Yeah, we pulled you over. We got a really good look at your plate and everything, and then yeah, this is where you live. So what the? And your bike's right there." Like, fuck, you got me. You got me, coppers. The only way I would run from the police is if I don't know I'm running from the police, because you don't always check your mirrors, and there's a lot of wind noise and stuff. That only happened to me one time where I was in my Silverado, my '96 Silverado, and it was a snowy day, and I was in the straight lane, and then I decided to turn, and so I did a turn, and it was like an uphill drive, and I was just whipping it back and forth, just throwing snow everywhere. And then and then I get to the top of the hill, and I quit doing a burnout. Look in my rearview mirror, and all I see is like a snowball with cop lights behind me. I was like, "Oh fuck! I just completely covered this fucking cop car with snow." I didn't know he was back there. I did not know he was back there. I was just out having a good time. They didn't give me a ticket or nothing. They just said, "What the hell are you doing, boy? We're gonna search your truck." They did search my truck. They fucked up some of the interior pieces, but they just searched it and called it good. And that was really at a time where I probably shouldn't have let anybody search my fucking truck. I was a bad boy back in the day. But nope, everything ended up fine. Yeah, so this weekend it was Mother's Day weekend. I wanted to give my wife what she wanted. We kind of used up a lot of money and bought a bunch of shit already. So it's like, do you want? What do you want? you know, we bought my mom and her mom some flowers. Went over there. I texted all the grandmas and everything. That was about. We went and saw her mom and my mom on Saturday, so that was a good time. Got me a new barbecue grill. I have not picked it up yet. It's over at my mom's house. It's not new. It's her old one. She's like, "We got a Blackstone. You can have our old one." I was like, "I really want a Blackstone, but yeah, I'll take your old grill." It's a 3-burner, and it's in a lot better shape than my 5-burner. So yeah, I'll go ahead and ditch my 5-burner and grab that 3-burner, and it'll be all right. But um, yeah, just had a nice lazy weekend. I did mow a little bit. I didn't mow the whole backyard, but I mowed a good section of it. Had my buddy come over. My wife went out Saturday night. My buddy came over Saturday night because it was his fiance that they went out. They had a good time, and the boys had a good time too. Me and my buddy, my boy, and my daughter. We lit up the barrel in the backyard. We picked up some sticks that we found laying around in the yard, and dog chew toys is what they are. And lit it up. Had some hot dogs over firewood, and let the kids run around and play until they started complaining about mosquitoes too much. We went in, and I don't know. I planned on putting the kids to bed, and then me and my buddy going down in the garage messing around. I was fucking whooped. I don't know what. I've just been short on sleep, I guess, lately. I fucking fell asleep on the couch with him there. I felt so bad. He's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. We had a good time." I'm like, "Brother, I'm so sorry. I went out like a light." But we were also drinking. We were drinking Twisted Teas, and they were just so damn delicious. But me, tired and a little bit of alcohol in my system, I'm out. I am falling out, bud. I'm not lasting very long like that. Um, yeah, had a good time. I did play a little bit of video games. That was on Saturday before my buddy came over. Took my wife away. He took them to the bar or whatever. They went to a Taylor Swift bar. They had a great time because we thought that they were going to be there for like an hour and be like, "Hey, can you come get us or whatever? We're done." But they stayed there almost until closing time. That's kind of interesting. And yeah, I mean, it was such a nice weekend. Both days were such perfect weather that I I I held it back. I held back and I didn't say, "Hey, I'm going to go for a ride or something." I really wanted to. There was so much time that I had that I could have just taken off and been gone for hours, and then I probably could have worked on my truck. I could have done a lot of stuff, and she did even offer once. She's like, "Hey, if you want to, you can go down in the garage." I said, "Nope, not this weekend." I didn't give her the best Mother's Day you could ever give somebody, but I gave her the best one I could give at the time, you know, for the most part. Cleaned up the house a little bit. She did some cleaning too, though, so I guess that does. I don't get credit for that, but we I don't know. I just did what we could. We had some decent meals, and that was about it. Sunday I didn't leave the house once. Just kind of hung out and watching the kids while she gets to do whatever she wanted to do. She spent a lot of time reading and hanging out in her bedroom. That's what she wanted to do. That's what she's going to get to do. I'll tell you that right now. I ain't over here trying to tell her how to live her life. But yeah, I was like, I so wanted to just get. I was like, yeah, almost broke out of my own house. Almost broke out and hopped on the bike and took off for the whole day. Then that would have been a bad. I would have been in real big trouble if I did that. So I'm glad I didn't. Everything's fine. But I really had it knocking on my door. It's like, "Hey, come on, let's go ride. Let's go ride. You got a full tank. Let's go. Let's go." I'm like, "Damn it, man. I want to so bad, but I can't." I'm back to working all day from dark to dark. Here we are, all week long. Maybe not tomorrow. I think we're going to finish up a lot of our train engines today. And then all we got to do is get another set of train engines in, which I think they can do that pretty quick. So I don't think we're going to have a day off or a late start this week. I think things are going to work out pretty well. This is going to be like our first week that we're going to be able to like work most of the time. Because every single week there's been a day or a day and a half off, and that's really been bothering me. But I'm running my truck by myself today. I got the other guy running his truck by himself today, and I got 2 workers with me. So, guess that's pretty good. Does that mean I'm going to get any time to myself? No, not at all. I'm going to be chasing people around, the whole time. I just wish everybody would learn their job and just be able to take care of it without any of my input. But that's not going to be the case. At least that's what I'm going to expect for this week. Because if I expect them to know their job, they're not. So I'm going to expect them to not know their job, and I'm going to have to help them out. So whenever I don't have to help them out every 5 fucking minutes, I'll be feeling good. The wife wants to move to Florida. We started, just for shits and giggles, I started looking up jobs, and there's a couple of decent jobs down there, either hauling fuel or hauling like chemical or fuel or no, chemical fuel or just like pool chemicals and other, shit like that. That's semi-local, Florida is only 3 hours wide, I think, so it's not like, you could drive down to Miami and back in one day. Wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I don't know. So I was looking up some driving jobs down there. She was looking up houses. I started looking up houses, and I don't know. The housing market is totally different now than it was when we bought our house. We got in at our house at 3.5% interest rate, and now it's 6.75. So it's like damn near double interest rate, which is fucking insane. So, but our house is also worth almost double what it was worth. So it's like we could sell and have a lot of cash and then buy a house down there with a really decent down payment. And but the houses down there are also expensive. We're not going to find $130,000 house, and it's like our house. It's not. You're going to have to spend more money than that to get what we want. So now is not the time. So don't freak out. Don't be getting anticipated on moving or nothing, because that's not going to be happening. But I don't know. When she brought that up, I said Florida riding weather all the time might be might be worth it. Might be doing that. But then just thinking of the logistics of it, I was like, okay, we move to Florida. I got to get a trailer. Or so, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I guess we could. No, she wouldn't do that. I could sell her car and then put the kids in my 92 and drive it because it's manual, and then she could drive my 79 and just throw all like. But I was also thinking, like, what stuff would we want to bring? There's not a lot that I want to bring. I'm like, maybe some TVs, I guess. I don't know. We can get a new bed. We can get new kids' beds. We can get new, like, everything. It doesn't make sense to the cost of renting a trailer to take it down there wouldn't be worth it to bring all this shit down there. We'll just get new shit when we go down there. Like, new house, new life, new everything. New jobs, new climate, new everything. And that would be kind of cool to do that. I don't know. The soonest we would be able to do something like that would probably be sometime next year, which makes sense, and that is still pretty close in proximity. But if these interest rates don't work out, there's no way I can, rely on getting a new job and being able to make those more expensive house payments. That's not going to. The good thing is that we don't have like any debt. So that's awesome. Like everything we have is paid for. Well, I guess except for the water heater and the dishwasher, but fuck, we'll roll that into the fucking home sale. Like, you guys got to keep paying for this shit if you want it, or else it's going to get repossessed because we're going to stop paying it. That would be some shit. If somebody buys our house and then somebody comes in and they're like, hey, the people quit paying for that fucking water heater and that fucking dishwasher. We're taking that shit. I'm like, hell, we got out of it, though. We got out. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I mean, that's not a lot of debt to have. So, anyways, yeah, I'd love to move down there, even right next to my Florida boy, buddy. He over in Palm Bay, and there's a lot of decent houses out there too. Now, the really interesting houses that I saw are the modular homes slash double wide or triple, whatever the fuck they're called. But they're like the half a house that you'll see going down the highway out here. It's two of those put together with an add-on, and it's like, she's like, I'm not gonna live in a trailer. I'm like, it's not. I mean, it was on a trailer, but it's not a trailer. I don't think there's wheels underneath it. It's not a trailer. It's just a house you put down. And it's not like one up here, because up here you're going to want a basement. Down there, there's no reason to have a basement. So why have anything? I'm like, it's still a good house. I don't understand. I don't know. She's picky with it. But I'm like, look at these beautiful homes. Like, yeah, they're like, you can tell they're put together, but they look really nice. She's like, I am not going to move to Florida and live in one of those. I'm like, they're nice as fuck though. Like, I don't understand. Um, she wants to get an actual house, which, all right, we're going to be painting and fixing shit. Like, for what we're going to buy a house for, it's going to need a lot of fucking work. Or we could buy one of these that's brand new, completely done, ready to move in. It's got like newer cabinets and countertops and flooring and carpet and ceiling and everything, like newer appliances, newer wiring, like everything is new for the most part. Because there's a couple that I looked at, they only wanted a little over 100,000 for them, like 100 and a half, maybe like 150, 180 around there. So I guess more than a little over 100. But anyways, just what we could afford, we could almost damn near pay that motherfucker off with the equity that it's not equity that we have built up, but just, that now that our house is worth almost twice as much, we could pay off this and then buy one of those and almost pay it off. And then even with the 7% interest rate, the thing will be paid off, and the payment would be super low for a 30-year. It's like, we could do that. We could move down there and be ahead. But we'd have to be in one of these fucking houses. And it's like, well, how about we do that? And then once, get that one paid off quickly. And then, boom, we either have a bed or a B&B. What is that called? Airbnb. Or we have something we can sell. We can put it out on the market again and get the house that you really want and have a better interest rate in the future, But, that doesn't have to be our forever home. But one of them was on the Lake of Melbourne. I'm like, she's like, I don't want our kids going to school and saying we live in a trailer. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? These kids wouldn't even know anything at all. But yeah, we would live at the Lake of Melbourne. I mean, maybe it does look better in the pictures, but whenever I think of Melbourne and the Lake of Melbourne, I'm like, that's pretty fucking nice. Sounds like a nice area. Not a lot of poors living out in Melbourne. Maybe there is. Definitely Palm Bay. I'm like, there's even some of those in Palm Bay. I don't know. But I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I get excited about it, the more it could actually happen if I just put my mind to it. I'm not going to start labeling episodes Operation Move to Florida. OMTFL. OMFL. Operation Move to Florida. I'm not going to put the T in there for two, but that would be, I don't know. I guess hopefully that'll be hopefully that'll be a title eventually. But as of right now, no, that's not going to happen unless we do it the way I'm thinking. I guess that I feel like it could definitely work out. The problem is, my luck, we move down there and we immediately get swept away by a goddamn hurricane, and then it's like, oh shit, we're fucked. You know? Fuck. But yeah, I really moving. There's not a lot of stuff I want to move. Passing you on the right, you're going slow as fuck. Sorry about it. There's not a lot I want to move. I mean, obviously, motorcycle, trucks. I gotta have my trucks. Gotta have my trucks. Trucks and motorcycle, toolbox, dogs. Gotta have the dogs. You know, I better say that. Better not say I gotta have the truck. Gotta have the dogs. Gotta have the kids. Gotta have the wife. In that order. Just kidding. But no, there's not a lot that, you know, if we're moving locally, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm probably going to want to move. I'm not going to want to have to, I'm not going to move across town and not take my TVs and shit. But if I'm moving states away, it's like, yeah, just leave all this shit, you know, whatever. You know, sell it with the house or sell it individually. Get rid of all this shit so we can fucking move and not have a bunch of shit to take with us. And then, you know, obviously once we get down there, we got to buy all new shit. And my buddy, he was telling me, he's like, furniture's a problem down here. At least that's what I remember him saying. He said, furniture's a fucking problem. Like, you don't have fucking Nebraska Furniture Mart 20 minutes away down here. You gotta either buy it used or something. I don't know. They don't really have furniture stores and stuff. It's kind of hard to. I remember he was saying something about his couch, but which, yeah, you wouldn't think somewhere in America it's kind of hard to get a couch, but I guess it's hard to get a couch down there. The other thing I don't think my wife is thinking about, like my buddy's house when we went down there, there's lizards, little tiny lizards, every fucking where. No matter where you go, they're everywhere. Yeah, they're scared of you. They'll run away. But that's not saying that there's not going to be one, you know, run across your foot, run over your hand or something, get inside your house, and how are you supposed to get that motherfucker out? Like, she flips out. She almost crashed the damn car today. Not today, Saturday, because my daughter had a tick on her. I'm like, she grabbed the tick and she threw it on the dash, and she's like, everybody's screaming. I'm like, shut the hell up, everybody. I'm like, I'm trying to drive here. There's a tick. I'm like, okay. And then she's trying to smash it with a foam shoe. I'm like, babe, it's not a fucking fly or a gnat. It's a tick. Those don't smash that easy. You gotta, like, really focus on smashing that motherfucker, because they don't smash. They're fucking industrial. I don't know what the hell a tick is made out of, but they're like crushed red pepper, you know? Like, they're hard as fuck. They get stuck in your teeth. That's not a good analogy. I don't know. They're like They're little tiny fucking hard as fuck things. They're ticks, but we're gonna be moving to where, I mean, maybe there aren't a lot of ticks down there because got a lot of lizards. I imagine they eat those motherfuckers. I'd hope so. Mosquitoes and stuff. I don't know. So the lizards are good, but they're gonna get in your house, and they're gonna find things to eat in your house. Okay, they're gonna want to live there. So I don't know. Hopefully she understands that. I cannot. I'm like, hey, we're gonna move down there, but I cannot deal with you and everybody screaming every time you see a lizard, because that's gonna be all day, every day. You guys are gonna have to get over the lizard fear. They're not crocodiles and they're not iguanas. They're just fucking little tiny baby lizards and shit all over the place. There are gonna be alligators and stuff. I imagine at some point in time you're going to see one out in the wild, which is your backyard. Just got to have a good fence. Make sure that no dogs are digging holes or nothing. Look at your front porch before you walk out there. Sometimes they'll hang out on your front porch. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a Florida boy, but that would be fucking awesome to move down there and be with my buddy. And also having riding weather all the time. I'm new to riding, but fuck, I'm just ready to ride, man. I want to be able to cruise around. There's a lot of old people in Florida. You got to watch out for the old people. A lot of oldies out there, just cruising around in their fucking Mercury Sable, ready to run into somebody. What are you doing, Volkswagen? Volkswagen about got hit by me and this Chevy truck next to me. Anyways, that's just something I can dream about for a little while. I can dream about it. But no, above all, I don't know. Since getting the bike, I think, other than getting angry at work, I wish I was happier at work right now. But other than work right now, I feel like I'm pretty happy. I feel like everybody's in a good spot. My kids are happy. My wife's happy. I'm happy. I got my vehicles the way I want them to be, and that makes me happy. Got my dogs. Got video games when I can play, but there's just this right now. The only thing I really want to complain about is fucking work, and I can't complain too much because I'm getting decent hours. I like getting hours. I need to keep getting decent hours, but well, just don't enjoy this job. I want to be on the road. I want to be out on the road with nobody to talk to other than you guys. I want to be able to listen to podcasts, just cruise around. But instead, I'm stuck pumping out fucking diesel. Sucks, man. And it looks like it's going to be for the next few months. And that just makes me even more sad. But I don't know. All in all, there's always things to complain about. There's always things that are going to make you not feel super great. And right now, the things that are making me not feel so great are minimal. I mean, it's what I'm doing most of the fucking time. So that's not good. But at least I rode my bike today. I got that to look forward to. I'm excited to get off of work and get on the bike and ride home. I'm just not excited about like the next 10 hours of my life on this job site. That's what I'm not looking forward to. But at least I get to play on my phone, I guess, for a little while. Till somebody spills some shit, fucks some shit up. Yeah. So keep all 18 down, and we'll talk to y'all later. Adios. Bye-bye.